Hey everyone, it's Orange. Welcome to Path to Decency episode 46. We actually don't have any summons to do in this episode because I'm saving my scrolls. My guild is having a mass summoning session on December 26th. I will be recording a video and it'll be out either on the 26th or 27th, so keep a lookout for that. It's not just going to be my guild. I'm actually friends with some people in another guild and they have a couple sister guilds as well, so in total, it's going to be like 3 or 4 guilds worth of people doing summons, so that's going to be pretty fun. I told them I would do my best to save up, but last week was the Orion summoning stone rotation week, so I had to pop a couple scrolls for that because I wanted to make sure. I think I popped 2 mysticals and a legendary, maybe it was more than that, I can't remember. More info on that in a second. I wanted to make sure it wasn't Orion in those scrolls before I cracked into my exclusive summons. So in total, I think it was like 2 mysticals, 1 legendary, and 55 exclusives. You guys are probably wondering, what happened to that Orion video? We didn't see it on your channel. I had planned on recording a video for you guys, but last minute I asked Childish if he wanted to do the summons for me because he is the Orion king. Orion is his favorite monster, and I actually faced him in arena the day we did the summons, and his Orion just wrecked me. I think he was running Vanessa, Orion, Kumar, and then something else, and I tried to bruiser it, but I failed, and he even had the transmog on it, the lightning transmog, which was pretty cool. So the summons are on his channel. I will link it down below for you guys. I do have to spoil the results in this episode because I'm talking about what happened last week, so I'll give you guys ample time to check out that video before I actually spoil it. So, like I said, these summons will be on the 26th or 27th. It's going to be called like Guild Summon Session or something like that. And also, I'm going to have another summoning video coming out probably right after this episode. Right after I finish recording this, I'm going to buy both of these packages and summon the stuff that comes in them. That'll be fun, right? So look out for that one too. Okay, that's pretty much all of the announcements that I had to do, pre-announcements. Oh my gosh, my energy's full and my wings are full, this is crazy. So let's go ahead and jump into episode 46. Right off the bat, I'm going to summon the results of the, I'm going to spoil the results of the Orion rotation for you guys. So pause this video, Childish's video will be linked down below if you want to watch them. So I think that was enough time to give you guys to pause. So let's talk about the results. I pretty much got nothing. I did 55 exclusive summons, and previously I have another video of me summoning for Orion on my channel, I think. Maybe it was in Path to Decency. I can't remember. You guys can probably find it. But in the previous summons I did like 74 or something like that, plus 55. What's that, like 130? Yeah, I think that's just really bad luck. I think by 130 summons, it's higher than 90% odds that I should have gotten him, but I didn't get him. I think I got 3 Lisas, and then my legendary was a Delphoy, and the Lisas I did use as skill-ups on my own Lisa, which was kind of cool. She already had her important skill maxed, which is her group hunt or whatever, attack command, and then I used the other ones to get some other stuff on her, so that was cool, but of course no Orion. I'm still saving for him. I'm going to continue buying stones from the guild shop, and we'll see if it happens next time. Yeah, so just extremely bad luck with that. Okay, now that that's out of the way, last week I finished up TOAH hard. I kind of talked about half of it in the last episode, but let me tell you guys what happened to finish it out. I will type out how many fails I had on which stages down below in the description, because last month was the first month that I really autoed most of it. Last month I only had to manual 6 floors out of 100. I did have quite a few fails though, so I kept track of those fails. This month I did have way less fails, but up into the 90s I started manualing, so I think I had to manual 12 levels total, but I didn't really try to auto them. Because I wanted to finish this because I had to do those Orion summons like quickly because the rotation was going to end, so I had to finish TOA hard really quickly. So I manualed most of the 90s. I'll type out that list down below, but for autoing, everything else went pretty well, like way less fails in the 60s, 70s, and 80s, which was good. Maybe it was just the rotation, it's kind of hard to say, but I'll keep an eye on it. I switched over to Vero in the leader slot this time around because I don't have a speed buffer on my team. Baretta in the leader slot is more impactful if you have a speed buffer because the speeds kind of add up more if we're talking basic terms here. But since I don't have a speed buffer, I figured I'd put Vero in the leader slot. Kind of hard to say if that impacted it at all. I didn't really notice them doing a ton better or anything. It kind of just looked like how TOA hard went last time. So, I don't know, kind of hard to say if it was really an improvement or if it was just the rotation or who knows. But yeah, I'll continue to keep monitoring that, and I'm pretty sure I'll keep running this team for a long time to auto TOA hard or most of TOA hard. So, those TOA hard summons, I don't know when they happened. I think some happened in the last episode, and then the Legendary Scroll for hard happened in the Childish video, and then the Light and Dark Scrolls I think I still have. Yeah, pretty sure I still have one of them or something like that. So, last week I also farmed a lot of Necro. I farmed a lot of Necro because, like I've been saying, I haven't farmed too much Necro, and I wanted my Necro runes to catch up to the other ones, especially because I'm getting into R5, and I don't want a bunch of grindstones piling up and whatnot. So I did focus on Necro. I think I need will runes, not so much the other runes, but at the moment I think the situation that I'm in is that I need quite a few will runes. The other ones are kind of just luxury. I don't have a nemesis healer, so I don't really need nemesis runes, I don't think. More on that later, I guess. Well, actually, we can do that right now. So, I've been thinking about my AD. Actually, hold on, let's see. Okay, I'll talk about that in 1 minute, or in like 30 seconds. I bought an upgrade of the Flag of Rage. So for the guild shop, I'm buying summoning stones and guild flags, and that's it. No Ifrit pieces, no Rainbow Mon, just summoning stones and guild flags because I did not get Orion. So I bought the Flag of Rage. What I'm doing is I'm just buying like the cheapest one and kind of doing it evenly. I use all of those flags in Guild Wars. I have Copper Bulldozer who can use the defense flag. HP is good for everyone, as well as defense, I guess. I pretty much use a damage dealer almost every single time in every single match. Either Theomars, Lucian, Lagmaron, who else do I have? I think that's about it. So I've been buying all the flags, whichever one's cheaper for Guild Wars, and yeah. I also bought an upgrade in the fire building and the wind building. I decided to do them evenly. What I might do is, I think I need to buy one more upgrade in the fire and water, and then the attack building becomes cheaper than all three, fire, wind, and water, if I bought all three, the next upgrade of all three. So I think I'll do the attack building and then continue to reassess if I want to go into the wind building or keep spreading it out. I kind of talked about that last time. I don't really know if my Lucians need more damage, because if they have more damage, they might proc Nemesis. But on the other hand, if they have more damage, they might kill some things that they don't generally kill. Maybe I'll just have to avoid all Nemesis healers and just try to find really tanky teams. I don't really know. So, fire building and wind building levels, I'll show you guys that after we get out of this run. So let's talk about arena stuff. I'm working really heavily on getting Guardian sometime soon, and my defense has been kind of giving me worries because I don't really know if it's that good or good enough for Guardian. Last week I finished C3. I did Rush Hour, but I didn't do a commentary because honestly, I really had no opinion on it. I had no new thoughts or anything. I mean, I probably should have at least thought something new, because that's kind of not a good thing if I spent an hour doing Rush Hour and I have nothing new to say about it. First, let me show you guys the buildings. So, Glory Shop, we're going fast. Keep a lookout, here we go. So, next I'm doing water and fire, and then at that point, the Ancient Sword becomes cheaper, so I'll do the Ancient Sword, I think, and then probably, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Like I said, I'll continue to reassess if I want to go into the Wind Sanctuary or Water and Fire too. I already talked about this. My my water damage dealers are Theo and Sig. Fire, pretty much my whole Necro team. We just saw that. Wind, Lagmaron, both my Lucians, Copper. And I think that's kind of it. I've been ignoring Light and Dark because I don't have any Light or Dark nukers besides the Dark Assassin, but I haven't built her yet. So that's that. Let's go through the guild shop real quick to show you guys any upgrades that happen. So like I said, I'm buying summoning stones and guild flags. So, and that's it right now. So here are the guild flags, and then I'm saving for Orion still. So that was that. Let's talk about my AD. So, I faced something actually, I think exactly like this, except slightly different during Rush Hour, and basically you can double Lucian it. You won't kill it first turn because most likely you'll pop Freya, but the other team can't really kill you. So I think even with double Lucian, it'll take you maybe like 3 turns to kill my team, but you will be able to kill it very quickly. So that's why I've been worried about it. And I just don't think my team can kill any Lucians or anything. So I've been thinking, I think my only 2 options at the moment are either to run Renas or the Fire Mummies. I've already mentioned the people who run that. The Fire Mummies are ran by a guy named X Too Lazy to Die. You can probably find him on the arena list because he's always up here. Let's see. So look at Too Lazy to Die. He posts on Reddit a ton, and he talks about them if you want more information on that. So I have been trying to save mummies up, but I fed them all a while ago, and I'm not really getting any more at the moment. I'll show you guys. And we should also look out for XX Dragon X. He runs double Rena. I think he runs, so there's Too Lazy to Die. If you want to check him out, just find him. X Too Lazy to Die. He runs the double Fire Mummies as well as on Reddit. And then XX Dragon X might not be up here, but he will be later in the week. And I showed off his stuff, I think, in my last episode of Path of Decency. I'm almost certain. So you can check out my last episode, episode 45, if you want to see XX Dragon X's stuff. I think he runs double Rena, Freya, Chloe. He might run something else instead of... he might have another option in there, but I'm pretty sure it's double Rena or triple Rena, Freya, Chloe. So I think those are pretty much my only 2 options, and I was thinking about maybe 6-starring like the Fire Mummy and just kind of building it. Depending on if I pull another Fire Mummy relatively soon, I might just rune that up and 6-star it and see how it goes. And it might kind of be a waste of a 6-star because eventually I might switch over to using Rena or double Rena, I'm not really sure. But I think it'll be fine, so that's just kind of a thought right now, but I really think those are pretty much my only 2 options. I don't think my defense is good enough, it just doesn't have another threat on it. Like, if it had something else on it, maybe I could do it. My defense is, it's okay, because Veligil will at least have immunity on everything, so if someone double Lucians me, they'll kill Freya, my whole team will be full, I don't have Nemesis, so the second Lucian will move and probably half everything. I don't think it will be able to kill everything. If it can do 10k per card and it gets crits, it might kill Veligil, I think, but it'll probably get everything to about half or lower than half. Veligil will probably put up immunity, so the Lucians can't vox me and stun me. They can still do damage though, but I just don't think I can recover at that point unless I get like a lot of violent procs, but I don't really want to rely on that. There was also another amazing post on Reddit. I'll link it down below. This guy, I forgot what his name was, but he got G3 2 weeks ago during the Hall of Heroes with farmable monsters, I think, or not farmable, but he was using, I mean, you know, kind of easy to obtain. I think he was using double Rena, Fire Lich, Freya, along with double Lucian, and then, yeah, so check out that post, it was really good too. I think that's kind of where I am, like, those are my only options at the moment. So, for Necro, though, I've kind of been considering farming Necro a little bit, but not as much compared to Giants and Dragons. Necro, I do need the Will runes. I think eventually I probably will have a Will Shield team, and I think I'll need Will runes for AD too. But for the most part, I think I need to probably keep grinding Giants, and that should be the majority of where I spend my runes to keep working on my Lucians. And Renas and Fire Mummies can do just fine on Giants runes, so I might put like most of my resources into Giants, like 90% of my resources. I have heard about people doing that. It's not like something rare. I think a lot of people do that where they just heavily prioritize one thing. So I'm continuing to think about that, but yeah, I don't know. I haven't really made a decision whether I'm just, only going to farm Giants or what yet. So next on the list, I did 2 12-hour EXP boosters. One was quite earlier in the week. I did one from my Christmas pack because the Christmas pack EXP boosters last 99 days. So I did one of those and I only did 2 hours and 30 minutes of it. I think I was like really tired or something, so I ended up falling asleep. What I did was I fused a JoJo and I put that one on Lucian, and I also had one JoJo in storage that I fed as well because I figure if I need another JoJo, I'll just fuse it. So I put both of those on my second Lucian who didn't have any skill ups, so let's take a look at them. This one was already skilled up with his amputation magic, so I was working on this one to get his amp magic skilled up, and I did get that. I think one went on to amp magic. I don't know if it was the final one. I'm pretty sure it was though. And then I think one went on to flying cards, so I'll show you guys all of the skill ups for this one. I might have put some Devilmon on him, I don't remember. But now both of my Lucians have amputation magic skilled up. I do want to fully skill them, so I have been working on some fusion here, the water golems and the fire magical archers. When I was doing my EXP booster yesterday, like I said, I did 2, so the second one was yesterday. I was farming Vrophagus, I don't know if that's how you say it, but yeah, I was farming that in hopes to get a fire werewolf because that's also fusion for the JoJo. And I didn't get anything, I think yesterday or the day before. I don't remember when I did it, but I did 4 to 5 hours of that 12-hour EXP booster, the second one that I did. So I think it's probably a good idea to kind of do half and half, use some Devilmon, do some fusion, so that way I feel like I don't feel bad for using so many Devilmon on my Lucians. And then last week I kind of had like a weird intuition. I was like, I'm gonna save Devilmon just in case I get something from my TOAH scrolls, right? And then what do you know? The package comes out where you get a Nat 5, the advanced packs. So I have 6 here. Maybe I'll get something, you never know. I'll talk about that in a minute for the advanced pack. So with the second EXP booster, I did 4 to 5 hours. I leveled up my Julie to 5-star, and she does have some skill ups on her, so let's check her out. For a while, I've been hearing a lot of people like to use Julie, either with Julie Lucian or with Julie Lucian Megan, like triple damage dealer. So I went ahead and leveled up my Julie. Let's see, what skill ups did I put on her? So she has 1 in double shot. Okay, so here are her skill ups. What I ended up doing was, I was kind of afraid to use P-arrays to 6-star her because I was afraid I might waste some. Pretty much what I want to do is just get her 1,000 shots skilled up. I did farm that Hall of Heroes because I figured in the future I might be saving exclusive summons for Julie or something like that, so I did farm as many as possible for the Hall of Heroes because at the time I was hearing a lot of people thought Julie was good. So, I have 1 ready to 6-star her, and then if it doesn't go... Oh my god, my phone's dying. Shoot. Okay. Rip. Okay, if it doesn't go into the 1,000 shots, I will keep putting them on her, but I'm gonna save 1. I always save 1 of every 4-star. Ever since I foddered my Orion, I save 1 of every 4-star, especially Light and Darks. Those are very important. So Julie, and then I'm also working on more JoJo fusions, and I think that was all I leveled up. I kind of worked on leveling up my Fire Mummy, and I don't remember what else, but that was that. So that's pretty much the end of the list. For the advanced packages, the first one's very worth it, of course, cost per crystal, and then I'm doing the second one because I can, pretty much, yeah. And It's pretty much the same price as the monthly package, but you get slightly more crystals. I think you get 250 more crystals, and of course, a Nat 5. It's not just a legendary scroll. So that'll be out after this video's out, and that's it for Path to Decency episode 46. Keep a lookout. Check out the Orion summons if you want to watch them, but I already spoiled it, so that's linked down below. Keep a lookout for my advanced pack summons after I charge up my phone a little bit, and also the guild mass summons on December 26th. The video might be out on the 27th though, I don't really know. So keep a lookout for all that stuff. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Path to Decency. I will catch you guys later. Hey everyone, I have one more quick thing. I was rendering my video, I finished editing and checked Reddit, and I saw this and I had to include it because it's quite important. This is a post that just came out. Com2uS is kind of preparing us and telling us what they're doing with the next patch that's coming out, and the rune drop rate is going to be buffed in Giants, Dragons, and Necro. So what I think I'm gonna do is not do any Giants, Dragons, or Necro until the patch comes out, until it gets buffed. I just think it's gonna be a waste of crystals, when it's just gonna get changed. So I think I'm gonna hang out in R5 until then. One of my guild members said that the patch is coming out in January. If you guys know, let me know, because that kind of matters to me. I just bought so many crystals with all of these packages. I think it'd be kind of dumb to burn them in Giants when the drop rate's just gonna get buffed really soon. So basically what's happening is in B10, which is the only floor that I farm, you can only get 5-star and 6-star runes. 4-star runes have been removed. And basically up top they say the drop rate of the higher star grade runes will be increased by the amount of the drop rate of the removed runes. So whatever chance you had to get a 4-star rune, you now will get a 5-star or a 6-star rune. I don't know how they're going to balance that. I'm sure 5-star runes have a higher drop chance than 6-star runes. Actually, we can check. They do. So I'm sure they'll divide that somehow. And with that wording, when you think about this, you have to think about how they coded the game. And it sounds like with that wording, the game is coded to have a big thing that it chooses from what you get. You either get rune pieces or those crafting materials, or you get a 4-star, 5-star, or 6-star rune. Because I was thinking maybe it's coded where it rolls if you get a rune, and then after that it decides if it's a 4, 5, or 6-star. But the way it's worded here, it just sounds like it's a big loot table, I guess. So with that information, I did some reverse mathematics, I guess we could say, because right here, Swar Farm is calculating the rune drop chance. Basically, you have a 71% chance to get a rune in Giants B10, and then if you get a rune, here are the stats of what that rune will be, which is not how the game is coded, I don't think. So what I did was I added up all of these chances down here. So that came out to be 21%. So then what I did was I did 71% times 21%. The odds of something happening, the odds of 2 independent events occurring, are something, I don't know how to explain odds, but I did 71% times 21%, which is 14%. So I think on the big loot table for Giants, you have it's 14.9. So I guess you have somewhere around a 14.9% chance of getting a 4-star rune. I think I did the math right there. Correct me if I'm wrong and I'll fix it. So each time I run Giants, if there's a 14.9% chance that I get a 4-star rune, I don't want to be doing that shit. I just want to wait around until they buff it, because I automatically sell all 4-star runes. So that was my 2 cents on this. I'll probably just try to hang out in R5 depending on when the patch will be released. And that's it. So yeah, that's the end of the episode. Hope you guys enjoyed. Catch you guys later.